is finished. You are no more conditioned. Like you talk to a Catholic. So I started talking about Christ. Immediately said, Mother, now please. I said, I am talking about Christ, not about Catholicism. Talking of Christ, what are you frightened about? Mother, we shouldn't become Catholic again, that's why we are worried about. Baba, Christ never started Catholicism. So much so, they have developed a kind of a deconditioning of their minds. That they start seeing that whatever these people have done so far was wrong. And that whatever I have done so far was absolutely wrong, and I'm not going to do it. It's a very common thing. I have seen the people who have worshipped Christ prefer to worship Ganesha. And those who have worshipped Ganesha prefer to worship Christ. Just the same. The name is different, but just the same. But they like it. Because Christ means the priest, the confessions, rosaries, and also cemeteries. So they don't want to have. These conditionings itself start showing their own forms, like devils, and Sahaja Yogis want to avoid, or have nothing to do with them. I remember in the beginning, we had 6-7 hippies from England, and they had come to Rauri. We were having a program. And there were 5-6 real hippies. These were hippies became Sahaja Yogis. Real hippies came to the program. I was just sitting like this, and suddenly they said, oh no. I said, what has happened? I started to see. As if some snake has entered, or what has happened. They were hippies. But with this deconditioning of the conditions, they just couldn't bear those same hippies that they were coming inside. Because you start seeing clearly, very clearly, that all these conditionings had blinded us completely and it's misled us into a wilderness. Of course, about ego, in the West people are extremely conscious. There was a leader's wife. I said, why don't you help your husband? She said, Mother, I'm worried about my ego. I said, why? If I start doing some work, this ego might develop again, so I'm rather worried. They are so conscious of it that this ego should not come back. One fellow who came to me, and I was talking to him, then he just ran away. I said, what happened? She said, no, those people who go close to Mother always develop very bad ego. I don't want to be there close for with her. So, it's such a mind that sees madness, that sees insanity, that sees immaturity, it sees vulgarity, it sees deceit, hypocrisy, everything so clearly. And in that state, he gets confused and quite upset, wants to run away from it. Then we have some Sahaja Yogis who have such problems, who come to Sahaja Yoga with problems. Then these people see them with these problems, they are still continuing. Now the Sahasrara doesn't want to accept it. It's terrible. I was like him. No more. Me, I don't want to be that. So they abhor the person who was just like them. They just can't bear him. They just can't tolerate. Then I would say, still, you have to grow. You have to grow. Your Sahasrara has to be cleansed out at such a speed, at such a level and stage, that like soap cleanses everything, it should cleanse everything else. Should not be afraid of anything. Should not have any worry about the conditionings of others or ego of others. That is the state now we have to reach. Today is the Sahasrara day, is the 23rd Sahasrara day. And I shouldn't expect much. I don't want to say anything much about it. But I wish and I hope that all the 1,000 petals of your Sahasraras will be so cleansed that you will never catch from anybody, you will never be frightened of anybody. You will be masters of all kinds of curatives, and also you will be the one who can give solace, peace to others. You will be the one who will be organizing programs outside. You will be the one who will be responsible for Sahaja Yoga. And when that happens, then we can see that these 1,000 petals of the Sahasrara have opened out. These 1,000 petals are not yet awakened. They signify the different 1,000 powers of the goddess. Minimum of minimum. These 1,000 ones you can open out yourself by introspection, by looking at yourself, making fun of yourself. Know thyself means know yourself with all the defects you have and also the potential you have and all the good points you have. So as far as you are concerned, when you are looking at yourself, you should just see to the defects that you have. Why do I behave like this? Why do I assert so much? What's the problem? Why can't I see myself clearly? With that transparency of your Sahasrara, you can see your heart, you can see your mind, you can see yourself fully, clearly. What's wrong with you? This transparency can come only if you have really the pure desire, Shuddha Ichcha, to be of that level. Now there is no competition between A and B. We don't say that you got the first prize for coming out of the Sahasrara, or we don't say you have the second prize. There's nothing like first, second in Sahaja Yoga. Because we are not running the race. There's no competition between us. Whatever we are doing is for our own satisfaction. Now think of something. There are 5 people who are running. Now they have to think out of these 5 people who goes first. Here it is the other way round. The 5 people are meditating. Now, everyone individually has to see for himself if he satisfies himself or not.